Welcome to the next edition of my Carpers Diary. I'm here at Abbey Lakes in France, across the channel. Got here this afternoon. I spent a good few hours looking around, choosing to swim, going out in the boat, looking for some nice spots, some weedy and deep lake, to present those PVA bags which I'm going to be using. Small little clumps of bait in between the weed, nice spots. So we'll see over the next few days how we go on. We'll show you some fish and show you how I approach a lake like this in the winter time. Right, here we go, Abbey Lakes, and all those hours out there trying to find the spots has finally paid off this morning. Been here a couple of days, managed a really nice looking dark, typical Abbey Lakes mirror, £45 1 ounces. Let's get her up to show you, put a bit of water on her. Lovely looking fish. If she'd behave herself. Stop. Big old tail on her. Look at that. Oh, she behaves for a minute. There you go. Look at that. £45 1 ounce. Proper French carp, dark, looks like an English carp, doesn't it? Lovely. Let's get her back, let's show you what I'm doing, rigs, bait and everything to catch a fish like this in the winter. Right, I thought I'd show you the rig that I'm using on all three of my rods. In fact, this is the same rig I've just actually caught the fish on. Just show you what I'm using, how I'm using it, why I'm using it. First of all, there's a 20mm bottom bait there. That's a 4-season mix from Mistral, tipped with a large bit of ESP corn. This has been soaked in the 3 attractors that make up the 3 essential oils that make up the main attractor package for the 4-season bait. You've got a size 4 Fox SSC super sharp hook. As you can see, it's a really sharp hook, that one. Large rig ring there. That makes sure that the 20mm bottom bait can travel up the shank of the hook and pull that point further in to the fish's mouth when it picks it up and blows this out. Small piece of shrink tube there just to give it an extra bit of kick. Probably a few centimetres of stripped back coated braid there just to give it a little bit more movement. About 8 inches, 9 inches of 25-pound coated Cortex hook link. Now this particular hook link is not very stiff, very supple, which I like to use so it doesn't stand up off the bottom or anything like that. Anti-tangle tube, 4 ounce lead, nice heavy lead because I'm fishing out quite a distance. So that lead releases when I get the bite because it's quite weedy out there. About 1 metre length of lead core. You see the different colours on that. That blends in really nicely with the weed out there. It's quite a browny sort of grey colour at the moment with the silt that's on it. So that blends in nicely and also pins it down on the spot. So there you go, that's the rig. What I'll do now is I'm going to get this back out now and see if I can catch another one. night last night, 2 bites. Unfortunately lost one about 2 o'clock this morning, but about 4:30 had another bite. Big fight in the weed, big tussle in there, almost lost it, but netted this 36-pound mirror. Beautiful fish. Again, on a 20mm bottom bait, tipped with a big bit of corn, flavoured in the attractors that I use in my 4-season bait, which I'm using. So let's get her up to show you. Bit of water on her. Beautiful golden mirror. Beautiful fish. Look at that. Lovely fish. Look at that. She behaves herself for a minute. Look at that. Lovely fish. Absolutely cracker. One more night. See if I can bag another one before I go home. And let's get her back, shall we? So she can fight another day and make someone else's holiday to Abbey Lakes. Dreams come true. Here we go. Right, you've seen the rig that I use, or have been using while I've been out here. Bulk standard sort of snowman rig, but the mechanics of it work really well. Now I stick all that into a PVA bag, long PVA bag. In there, the ingredients in the bag is lots of tiny little pellet, 1mm pellet, low oil pellet because it's winter time. Crushed up boilie, almost to a dust, little bits and pieces in there, the 4-season mix I'm using. Other little bits and pieces, and also what I do is I put some of the Bait Zone chili hemp in there. This works really well because it's PVA friendly. Also, I put in some of the Bait Zone particles. Again, they're PVA friendly, so it won't melt your bag. And it just gives another option really of actually fishing on the spot you're fishing with particles. I mean, the fish don't really see that quite a lot, actually on the spot. What I do is I attach that to the quick link system, which is on my lead, cast it out if I'm fishing in close, or as I can do here, I can use a boat to go out to my spots, look where they are in the weed, let the rig go with the PVA bag. Now, something worth mentioning is this PVA bag, I haven't pierced it or anything like that. It's got lots of air in it, so it's going to float. That's why I've got a 4-ounce lead on as well. That'll go down, I'll drop that, that'll go down through the water column. This has got lots of air in it. The lead will hit the bottom, and that'll sit above the lead until it melts. And then when it melts, what happens is that will slowly go down onto the lead, giving perfect presentation. All the contents are spread out around it, and what you'll see is just popping up is your bait with your big bit of corn on top, and the fish just can't resist it. You've got all that flavour from the bait and the pellet doing its job over a period of time. Plus you've got the PVA particles in there, the Bait Zone particles, the chili hemp, the particles, the maize, everything that goes in that particle mix of Bait Zones. And that's how I've been getting my bites. It works well in England as well. If you're casting out onto a spot and it's got a little bit of weed on it, this sits above it and it just settles nicely on top. So I've got another night, and hopefully I'll be able to catch another one. I'm going to go and get the rods back out again now, out in the boat, look at my spots, drop this down, and I know that's fishing 100% every time. No tangles, presentation is perfect. So one more night. Right, you've seen the PVA bag mix I use with the little pellets and the crushed up boilies and that. And now I use a parachute rig to go down at the spot and then to go over the lead. Perfect presentation. But I like to put a little bit of loose feed out there as well. A few particles, a few crushed boilies. This is what I use out there, or have been using. It's a great effect. some of the Bait Zone party blend. Stick a bit of that in there. Don't want too much, just it's enough to get them interested. Also, some of this stuff's really good. The Bait Zone chili M. Stick some of that in there. Lots of chili in there, and they love it. Also, the boiler's using. Put a few crushed up in there. Crushed up in there like that. Just get them in the area. And I'll go in the boat and I'll scatter some of that around the area as well. And that attracts the fish in onto the spot where the PVA bag is. And it's worked for me this trip anyway. And that's the sort of tactics that I would use if I went to any other lake in France as well, where I could either spot it out or go out in the boat and scatter a bit around the spots. You don't want too much bait out there. Too much bait will just kill it, unless you're fishing a runs water, of course, which this isn't. I just want to get the fish interested, spread it over quite a wide area, get them hunting around for the food, and when they come across that PVA bag with a snowman on there, then they're bang on that, you know, they're right on it. And that's what's happened, because when I've gone out there to have a look at my spots after I've had a fish, there's still some bait left, and they've homed in on that PVA bag. So there you go, that's how I approach the baiting, the rigs and everything else. And hopefully I'll have another fish to show you by tomorrow. Last night to go until I have to go back to England. There you go. Right out the blue, after just putting me last rod out for the night. It's about an hour before dark, and put a bit of loose feed round about half an hour ago, sorting everything out, packing everything away, ready to go home tomorrow. I've had a one toner in the daytime, all the other takes have been at night. Lovely fish, 33 pound, an ounce's mirror. Let's have a look at her. Water on her. Hoist her up for you so we can see. Typical of the fish, the size of the fish in here. Nice deep bodied mirror. Look at that, what a beautiful fish. And really out of the blue. Just shows you the pulling power of that emp and the PVA bags with the pellet and that. It just draws them in. But best get her back. So I'll get the rod out just before darkness comes and see if we can catch one in the night. But there you go, lovely fish. 33 pound plus. Cracker. I've had a brilliant time. That's me, all packed up in the van, all ready to go. I've really enjoyed my time at Abbey over these last few days. If you get a chance to come over here, do so. There's some cracking fish over here. The fish is all year round. Until my next Carpers Diary, get out there and catch some fish and enjoy your fishing.
Visit www.carpcrossing.com.